Welcome, guys. How's it going? Hope everyone's good. Yeah, welcome, guys. How's it going? Let me just share the live really quickly and we'll get started. Let me just get this live shared. Yeah, welcome, guys. I'll check the comments in a second, guys. Let me just share the live and we'll get going. Gold, like I say, I have to manage gold here because we're coming into a level. We're coming into a level where it could reverse. So I do think it can still push higher. That's why I'm leaving this in, but we'll see. Let me just share the link really quickly. I've already banked like, what, $60? Not much, but if it's going to push, then it's like $350 in total. But like I say, I've already managed risk. Gone break even. I mean, if she wants to push, she can push. Anybody else in this trade, guys? It's basically just an impulse entry here based on the 15-minute. I would like for it to continue pushing higher, though. Here we go. If we get a nice push through here, guys, and we get a closure through here, I'm going to roll my stop. We shouldn't push below this 5-minute now. Okay, you can, like I say, you can manage it with me, or you can just thingy. Let me just let me get this going. But yeah, we should see that push now. Beautiful push here. Yeah, took $100. Nice. Yo, Muslim, here we go. We're gonna come smash this liquidity up here now. Like I say, I'm still holding this. I'm still holding this on 2 accounts. This and this. Yeah, but my stop's rolled on this, guys. Stop losses rolled. I would like to see it push into these highs now. I would like to see it push into this sort of area. Like I say, if it doesn't, it doesn't. I'll get out here. Like I say, I've already closed full on here for $650, but I'm running it on these 2 accounts still because I wanna squeeze some more profit out. But yeah, welcome everyone. Welcome. Yeah, you're coming straight into a trade because, like I say, I've taken it. You good, mate? I'm good, thanks, Josh. How are you? How are you, Josh? I'll take $100 if it trails. What would it have ran? It would run like 220, but like I say, I manage it the same every time. We'll see, we'll see. See if the next 15 wants to pop or not. Dun, 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 dun. But yeah, guys, let's see who's here. Welcome. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, I wouldn't want this 15 to create a new low. Might give it a little bit. I might just give it a little bit more room. I'm just going to give it a little bit more room, see if it wants to pop and push. The 15 hasn't closed yet. It shouldn't really come back down to break even. Here we go. Here we go. This is what you want to see. I'll probably take full TP up here for about 25 ticks. To be honest with you, and get out of these positions. When it hits it on the FX, I'll get out on the futures. Can you see though how we haven't really hit the management point? Look at the futures, there's no management point, but I'm managing off this sort of high here. I can actually manage. So it makes sense. I really just need to see a break through 3400s. See that break through 3400s, then yeah. Yeah, welcome guys. If you've just joined, just tuning in, welcome to the stream. I literally took this trade like 10 minutes ago, whilst I was setting up the YouTube live. But we'll see. Like I say, I'm giving it a little bit more room because I want it to pop and push into these highs up here as well. Just because there's a lot of trendline liquidity up there. Yeah, Natalie, how's it going? Welcome, Nate. Welcome, Muslim Humor, Josh. Welcome, everyone. Yeah, I'd want it to have a little push higher now. 5-minute. I don't want it to reject this sort of level. Let me just get this set up a little bit. I've rushed on today to try and manage this with everybody. So you manage on the Awanda chart? Yeah, that's right. I manage on this chart here because if you look at the futures chart on the 15, there's no management point and it's not even closed above the level. But on the Awanda chart, it did look. It closed above my level here for an entry. So yeah, I'm still holding this. I'm giving it a little bit of room because I like these targets up here at like $400. And as soon as we pop and break through this level, I'll just trail aggressively at like $200 profit. But if it doesn't, I've got no attachment to it. It is what it is. Yeah, it was very, very clean trade here, guys. Very clean trade. Running about 20 ticks in profit. I've already taken a little bit off. I've only used 2 contracts on this because I'm quite close to getting a payout. So I just want to take it slowly now. Didn't close above my range anyway. Yeah, it closed above mine. I had this range here. It closed nice. That's what I want to see on a closure. This is a perfect closure. A little bit of a wick. And now a push. And here, I think if we pop in a second, we're going to come and take these highs out. When we come into these highs, I'll just take full take profit. Because that's like where the level is as well for me. Okay? But I'm still holding this. There's no reason for me to close it just yet. Like I say, I've managed the trade. I've taken partials. There's no reason for me to close the trade. Unless something crazy happens and it reverses. But that's trading. I mean, just it is what it is. No, I manage on this chart, Natalie. I do all the analysis on this chart here. Yeah, all the analysis is on this chart. That's why I'm flicking onto this chart, seeing where this price is. When it comes into these highs, I'll close out on here. I'm only using this to basically execute. So when we come into these highs here, I'll just go onto this chart and close out the trade. Okay, I'll close out the trade on this chart. Just because this is a lot cleaner, the closes and stuff. If you didn't take it, guys, there'll be more entries. I mean, look at the 30-minute. The 30-minute could set up too. I just think I've got in quite early here. Look at this account. This account's not doing too bad. We're 6.1k up. I'll just close out here. The 320. This sort of level. Yeah, I'm managing this at 20 ticks now. Very close into them highs. And yeah, I'm going to get out of these highs here. $290. There we go. $350 there profit on that trade. Times 2. So $700 profit there. And then on this account, I took $650. A little bit higher risk. So in total, about 1.5k, 1.4k in total there on that trade. So yeah, W's there. Very, very nice stuff. 15-minute impulse entry. Can't go wrong. TP smashed. Yeah, very good stuff there, guys. If you caught it, nice work. Yeah, it would have taken $300, but I'm happy with that. Like I say, we're up 6.2k on this account. So yeah, not bad. I don't even feel FOMO. No, good, man. Good. Good. Like I said, this was just a very nice entry from down here. If I was still running this, I'd take more partials now and let the rest run into like 40, 50 ticks. But this was all broken down in the this was all broken down in the community. This was all broken down in the community. Very, very clean trade there. Very, very clean trade. Great. Like I say, it's great to see people in the community executing this too, because it's a clean trade to take. Can't go wrong with that. Still pushing, yeah. So yeah, I've taken profits on these guys. Just for those who've just joined now, I've taken profits. We've literally just taken this trade and managed it. So if you want to go and watch the trade, just jot back a few minutes on the live and you'd have seen the entry. This was basically my entry here. Okay, TP's been smashed. So about like I say, $600, $700, 700, add 700, about $1,400 on this trade here. Okay, Yo, Zulu, how's it going, bro? Welcome. Yeah, welcome, man. Good to see you here again. Cheers for likes, guys. If you haven't already, smash a like on the video. But yeah, good management, good trade, and yeah, TPs have been smashed. This liquidity has been smashed. So W, first trade of the week for me, and it's a W. That's why we stay picky. That's why we trust the plan and stay picky. Yesterday there were nothing. This morning, I looked at the chart, but there weren't much. Okay, but today we've stuck to the plan, and look at this, bang, TP hit 1.4k. Like I need 2.8k on this account, and I've got a payout. So you know, just another 3 or 4 days like this, and we're ready for a payout. Could I have used more risk on this account? Of course I could, but there's no need when you've got 3 accounts you're trading. You know, look at this. This is 4k up. This is 1.6k up. This is 6.2k up. But yeah, TP smash, guys. Like I say, if you caught it and you're in the community, nice work. Took profit, nice work, Natalie. Yeah, this is the cleanest entry all day, all week, easily, and we've taken it. Great execution there, yeah, nice one. What do you risk on gold? 2 contracts, mate. Yeah, 2 contracts. It was just perfect execution. There was, like I said, there was nothing really to manage. It flipped, pushed into profit. As soon as price came into these highs, I managed at break even, took a little bit off the table, paid myself, and then the rest just ran. You know, there was nothing to do until we came into here. When it came into here, I took all my TP. So basically, I took TP like, 1 second, I took TP like here. So it was like a what? 3.6 risk to reward. I'm not complaining with that. 3.6 to 1's perfect. Yeah, but I use like 2 to 3 contracts. So on this trade here, I only used 2. So yeah, 2 contracts, but I took partials and let the rest run. I mean, there's a lot of people who'll sit on the hands. A lot of breakout traders who'll sit on the hands here. Not because they don't understand liquidity. We understand liquidity, so we know what we need to take. And we're not here like every other YouTuber taking 7 ticks and saying W's in the chat. We let our trades run. I let my trades run into profit. There was no reason for me to close down here at 5 ticks and say W's in the YouTube chat. It's super cringy. No, the target's up here. I'm letting the trade run, okay? And it ran, and that's why we maximize profits. Now, like I say, if I was holding more positions of this and I had more size on, I'd be letting the rest run into here, but I only used 2 contracts. So first came off here, second came here, full TP hit. Okay, nice. So let's see for me now. I've still got liquidity to take above. There's still targets above here. I'm going to be looking for the next 15 to go long as well. I'm going to use maybe half risk, but I'm going to be looking for another long trade on gold. Okay. Nasdaq's... Ooh, look at the Nasdaq as well. It's a pity it took that liquidity, but that was... You know, look at the breakout that we catch. Look at the breakouts. The levels are perfect, guys. The levels are literally spot on. Look at that. Spot on. But yeah, guys, if you're just tuning in, drop a like. Subscribe if you're new. And let's see if I can catch this next 15 on gold with you. Because there's still targets to take up here. And there's a recent enough grab for it to push higher. Alright. But yeah, it's good to start the week off with a win. First trade of the week. Win to start off is good. I don't wanna... How to join your community? There's a link, mate, in the... Let me send the link in. 1 second, mate. Guys, if you want to join the community, I'll put my website link in the bio on that in the thing now. Yeah, if you use that link, guys, you'll be able to join the community, okay? I've just put the link in 2 times. So just click that link I've just posted in the chat. And you can sign up. There's 3 plans you can select. You get the same with all plans. All the plans, you get the same. Yeah, look at that. TP being smashed. Look at that. Beautiful. But, like I say, you get it cheaper the more time you get. Beautiful trade there, guys. It would have been nice to have let it run, $470, but you got to be happy with what you get. You know, I took like 30 ticks, 35 ticks from this. Running like 44. Beautiful impulse entry. Yo, how's it going, bro? Just got on that trade, 250 on my top 1. Let's go. Beautiful. Let's go, man. It's good to see. Community members crushing it too. Yeah, like, good stuff, man. I took about 350 on it. Seriously, though, I think these highs are good now. I think these highs are good to get pushed into. Just because we've got some level of structure up there too. So I think next stop there. Maybe, you know, even these highs. Even these highs here. Sick trade, that man. Making food. Yeah, man. Nice. Is there any discount? No, there's no discount on the community, mate. Everyone gets the same price. The only way you can get a discount in the community is if you get like 3 months or 6 months. So it's £60 for 1 month. But if you want like 3 months, it's 165. So you're getting like it for £55 a month. And then if you get it for 6 months, you're getting it for like £50 a month. So the longer you get, the cheaper it is overall for the monthly payment. But no, it's if you just want the monthly, it's £60. Like I said, there's so much that goes into it. When you join, you'll understand how much work I put into the community. So much education, London session live calls, market updates, everything. Everything for you to learn my system and become profitable is there. Full trading course videos. I keep adding course videos and webinars and doing London Zoom calls and stuff. Like, you're in the best position to learn everything there. Like, 100%. And literally, like, look at this, guys. I don't just say one thing and not preach it. I don't just say, oh, my strategy this, my strategy that. Look at this, guys. 6k profit in like 2 weeks on this account. Just trading the plan. Just trading the plan, showing up and trading the plan in 2 weeks. You know, maybe in a week or 2 weeks, this is ready for a payout. Would highly recommend the community to everyone. Honestly, has really changed my trading. I've learned so much. Upinder, legend, bro. Good to see, man. Good to see. That's what we want. People to come in, learn the strategy, change the trading, and just become, you know, not just better traders, but better people when they can learn a skill where they can, you know, take it everywhere. You know, you can learn trading. You know, you can do trading wherever you want. You know, if we can create them people, that's great. Full-time traders. The best community and teacher, legend, Natalie. Appreciate it. And Angie, well good. Nice one. Cheers for the recommendations, guys. Appreciate it. Like I say, there's no discounts on the community. Nobody gets discounts. There's value there. Are you getting a 6k payout? No, I'll probably take like 10k across these 3 accounts when they're ready. Yeah, I'll take like 3 and 3.5k from each of them. These 2 will be ready together, probably. So I'll probably take like 7k if I do hit the... Like I say, guys, nothing... You need to understand that in trading, nothing's guaranteed. I'm not going to say that... I'm never going to say, oh yeah, next week I'm going to take this payout. No, I'll always say like, oh, next week I could take a payout. Nothing's guaranteed. Like, you know, I've got 6k profit now. It could be at 3k tomorrow. It could be at 2k next week. Obviously, with good risk management, it shouldn't be, but I'm just saying in trading, nothing's guaranteed. Anybody who says, oh, I'm going to withdraw 5k definitely next week, well, they're just lying to you because in trading, nothing's guaranteed. They're probably just furus trying you to join the group. But yeah, like I say, honestly, bro, I've been in a few communities before, but Joe is so active and genuinely provides support and answers. Yeah, definitely. That's what's key as well. That's something that I never really got in other communities, and that's something that I've always said I'll always be active. Always be active. I've been in many communities as well where there's not as active mentors, and I don't like it. But that's something that I always said with my community, that I'll be as active as possible. It's important. I think it's important to have an active lead, an active sort of mentor on hand to answer questions and not just like living it up elsewhere. But yeah, cheers up, Inder, bro. Appreciate that, man. Have you ever made 5 figures on a single payout? In terms of like requesting payouts, yes, but on a single prop firm payout, no. But in terms of like multiple payouts within like a week, yeah. When I was trading personal and prop firms together, I have done, yeah. In terms of like withdrawals and payouts split, profit splits and stuff, yeah, I have. And on personal, like, yeah, a couple of times, because on personal, you don't take withdrawals like every week. You take it like every few months. And if you take like a payout from a personal and it's been a couple of months build up, well, yeah. But, like I said, let's have a look. But yeah, good trade there, guys. Very, very nice, clean trade. Textbook entry. That's what you want. You want to be taking textbook entries every trade. Textbook entries every trade is key. Okay, like there was nothing for me today on gold. You know, I've been, like I said, we were in a meeting this morning. I had to drive to Manchester for a meeting. There was nothing. You know, there was actually an entry here on the 15-minute that played out too. So there was actually 2 entries this morning that you could have taken. So yeah, very, very clean stuff there. But all these, you need to understand, all these levels and all this analysis is given in the community. Okay, so if you want the levels, if you want, oh, Joe, what are your levels, your targets? They're regularly updated in the community. Like I update my levels maybe every 30 to 40 minutes if they change. Cheers for the lights, guys. Nice one. Appreciate it. Appreciate it, guys. Like I say, if you're new or if you're just tuning in, let's see who's here. 15's closed above that liquidity and we've still got these highs to take. Let's have a look at this. What would be that? A decent push there. What did it close like on the futures, the 15? See, I like these longs here into these highs. It's the same on gold, these highs here. See, I would like to take some longs here. Just as like another entry to the entry that I've got. So it'd just be like another buy-in. Obviously, I'd have to manage that here. If it's really bullish, you know, if it's really that bullish. If it bottom wicks first and flips, but yeah, we have got news in. Yeah, we have got news in 15. Yeah, look at that. Yeah, that's it. Look at the push. Gave that bottom wick as well. 7-8 tick bottom wick. Very nice. Yeah, look at that. Flying again. Good afternoon, Joe. Andrew, how's it going, bro? Welcome, man. Welcome. That's the thing as well. If you didn't catch this 15, like I did, you could have caught the 15 here or the 15 here now. There's like 3 entries there on the same impulse idea. Still left a small run on the personal account. Beautiful. Great stuff. That's it. Look at that. What a trade. It's great to see it play out. Great to see it play out. And what's even better to me is seeing community members take the same trade. When I see community members taking this entry or this entry here, it's like everything that we do and everything that we post and the sessions that we do together, it all just works out, which is great. Because yeah, it's good to see me taking these because you see that the strategy works. You know, you see that it works, seeing these results and seeing the profit here. But when other members are learning the stuff, take it on board and then executing similar trades, that just makes it even better. Confirmation trade. There's no confirmation here. Confirmation would be like... Nah, there's no confirmation here, mate. There's no grab of any laws. This is just another impulse entry here. Confirmation is that sort of that candle pattern that we talk about, Phil. Do you know the law that gets grabbed and the push higher after the closure? That's the confirmation. This would just be another impulse entry. Which I can't enter because it's so close to news, but it's playing out. Can you see how you can stack positions as well? Super good to stack positions. You can stack a position there, get a position here. You've got like 3 entries on the way up. Beautiful trade. Give the confirmation video another watch as well, Phil. Give it another watch. The confirmation course video, mate. It will help you. But yeah, look at these. Liquidity's been taken. Liquidity's been taken. This final liquidity's been taken. I'd be definitely fully out of this position now. Look at that, 50 ticks. Let's have a look at NASDAQ. So NASDAQ's created some resistance now. NASDAQ's created this resistance here, which is good. Because if it gets a closure above this level now, I'd be happy to take longs into these highs. Closes back above there, I'd be looking to take longs into these highs, and then these highs up here as final targets. Okay. Yeah, that would be the final TPs on NAS. In terms of sells, I wouldn't really be interested in sells because of this bullish price action that we're seeing. But if I was going to be looking at sells on NASDAQ, it would probably be when we start closing back below, say, here. For now, okay? For now. But yeah, like I said, the execution was here. You saw how I managed the trade. Yeah, and it's pushing. Look at that. What a trade. How many ticks is that now? 64 ticks on FX. Yeah, there's going to be news, Natalie. There's going to be news in 10 minutes. So I'll see. There might be an entry after. There could be another new entry after news. But look at it push. This is the position for the day, for sure. If anything, NASDAQ could give me an entry. Like, if NASDAQ closes bullish here on the 15, then I can look for longs then. Like I said, I just need that closure above now. Guys, who caught this trade? Drop it in the comments who caught it. Look at, wow, what a push. That's what I mean. I got out here and it's like triple the push. What a push. Look at this as well. What do we have here? We got a trend line that gets taken too. Come down, take the lows, smash into that trend line liquidity. I mean, you've got a double top up here on the futures. Probably could come and get taken. on that news. You know, that news is pushing that pre-news move on gold. Nice one. Yeah, nice one, bro. Thanks. Cheers. Very, very clean trade. Very clean trade. Up 320 on my personal account as well now. What a trade. Upinder, legend. Have you taken full profits? Have you taken your full profits there? I'd be out of this position, especially with news around the corner. This could just be a pre-news move to then push down. So yeah, happy to be in and out before the news. Great trade, yeah, sound master. Cheers, bro. Like I say, guys, you can learn. I'm on live for like an hour and a half daily. You can learn bits and bobs of how I trade daily, okay, for free. And then when you're ready and you understand a little bit and you understand that this is a good strategy for you, if it is a good strategy for you, then you can learn it in the community. You can learn to master it in the community. But yeah, these highs would be final TPs if I was still holding runners. Where to? Yeah, with news, good stuff up in man. Very, very good stuff. Guys, I'll be back in a second. I'm just going to get some water, okay? Give us 30 seconds. Oh, yeah. Guys? What do you think news is gonna do? What do you think news is gonna do? Cheers for likes as well. Can we smash 20 likes? Smash the like button. Let's smash 20 likes, guys, if you haven't already. Yeah, it's smashing them highs. Oh, one sec. Let me just... There we go. We can see me a bit better now. See me a little bit better. I still am in the trade targeting 34.5. Yeah, nice. Them highs look cool. Them highs look good to get taken. Yeah, them highs look good to get taken. Buy the rumor, sell the news. Yeah, potentially. Like I say, like I say, look at the hourly. Hourly's not set up for an impulse, but 30 could, if news doesn't do much, I could take the 30 impulse. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, I could still take the 30 impulse. If it doesn't do much, I could be taking 30-minute longs as well. So I'll have to see. I'll have to see if it can give me them 30-minute longs. I think, like I said, I don't know what news is gonna do, but we'll see. I don't know. Yeah, so we've got news in 3 minutes, 2.5 minutes, potentially some decent PA, and then I can take some longs on gold. Joe, you should have held, shoulda, woulda, coulda. Nah, I'm happy with how I managed. If it came into this liquidity and reversed, then people in the comments would have been, oh, you should have got out of that liquidity up there. That's not how I trade. I don't trade off should have. Don't trade off could have. I've taken my piece from the market. You know, you need to be happy with that. If you don't think like that, then you're just going to start revenge trading up here and lose all your gains. That's not what I do, and it's not what anybody should do, I don't think. You know, if you think, oh, I should have held, and you start entering up here, FOMOing because you think you should have held, well, guess what? You're just going to lose all them gains. I'm happy that the market gave me this into these highs. Well, I actually took it further. I took it like up here. The fact that it's pushed higher is just, it is what it is. That's trading for you. But I'm happy to have taken my piece, and I'm happy that the market's given me what it's given me. Could this do something like this? Yeah, it could, but I'm not here to try and catch this. I'm here to get my piece, be happy, and be done. You know, 70, 80% of the time, this doesn't happen. This is just like a little runner. I was moving stop loss to break even, including swaps and commissions. Nice. Yeah, nice. Nice work. But the actual analysis for this trade was very simple. This candle closed above the range. It took lows, closed above the range, and it had these highs to come and take. So this was just a very textbook trade here. You know, I take this trade time and time again every single day of the every single day of the week if it sets up. You know, I think, like I said, I think there could be a spike on these highs and then the push down. Spike on the highs and then the push down. Just because this liquidity here is too strong not to get taken. If it confirms now, I can take some longs into these highs, but I'd need to see the confirmation. Like I said, I need to see that confirmation for it to push higher. Like I said, the initial buy down here was perfect. It's running like 120 ticks now. Ooh, Nasdaq. Nasdaq with a very nice breakout here. I might just take some micro Nasdaq buys on news, see if it wants to push. Yeah, just some micros on this account. I'm only going to be trading one account, so I'm actually going to do 10 micros. 10 micro buys. If this flips with news, then it could be a decent push higher. Because the next point of sort of, well, the next area where price should push into are these highs. So yeah, I'm putting a buy stop on this candle here. If it starts breaking back like down here, then I'll just cancel it. $1.9k, nice, Ewan. Are you trading prop firms, bro? Yeah, if this flips bullish now, I'm happy to risk off this sort of low on this level just because of how it broke above this sort of rejection. But like I said, I'd need it to flip. Flip, my stops would go. Yeah, to be fair, if I wasn't $680 up, I wouldn't really have this in, but I'm happy to risk 10 micros for this to flip into these highs. Yeah, the gold trade was insane, mate. Textbook trade. Textbook trade. Yeah, very, very textbook there. Sorry, guys. I'll just put my charger in for my laptop, my camera. Yeah, this is Nasdaq, mate. This is Nasdaq. The overall idea is that we've just brought back above this rejection here and closed above like the range that I was looking to buy above. So like I say, I'll give it a couple more minutes. I want it to kind of flip and push bullish. Yeah, that's the idea. I'm only using small risk. But the idea is there and it's valid. And like I say, I've already made like plenty on this account. So if it loses, then I'm not risking nowhere near as much as I've made, especially with winning on these accounts as well. This is like an account that's quite new. Because, like, where's the next point? If it flips here, where's the next point that Nas should push into? Well, for me, it's these highs. If it flips, it's these highs up here, which is like a bit of a level too. So as soon as it comes into there, I can just manage and see if it wants to push even higher. You know, the hourly's bullish, 4 hourly's bullish. It's for a wick fill of the prior 4 hour. Yeah. But, like I say, it could lose. You know, there is a bit of resistance here. That's why I'm only taking it on this sort of like fresh account. I'm not taking it on my actual main accounts on top one. I'm taking it on the fresh account that I've basically just started. Just because, like I say, it's a bit of a risky trade. It's a bit of a risky trade with it being so close to news. So that's probably, if it doesn't work out, it is probably going to be because we've just had news. Isn't that too close? No, that's enough room for management. No, it's like, that's enough. That's fine. On Nasdaq it is. You know, you need to remember that Nasdaq's like half of what gold is. So this is like, you know, if this was on gold, it'd be like 20 ticks. Do you think gold will push bullish on news? We haven't really got any red news, but we have got some amber news. But I don't think it'll really do much to gold. Like I say, if it confirms, I can take some buys. But if it creates this new range, I'll have to wait for breakouts above there. That's why I'm watching Nasdaq for this flip higher. I'm just going to give it a couple more minutes. No. There's nothing on gold here. Look at that. Nah, there's nothing on gold. No, not at all. Yeah, gold, if if you bought flips on gold, you've got like an 8-tick manager. That's not tradable for me. 8 ticks isn't really tradable. This is fine on NASDAQ if it flips because there's enough room to manage for me. I can't see any news. No, Nancy, there's not. There's no red news. We had some pound news, but in terms of USD, there is none. There was some like amber. Yeah, there was some amber news. That's about it. Yeah, I'm gonna cancel this order in a second. Oh, referring to gold. Yeah, gold. There's nothing on gold here. Can you see how it's created this big wick? And then a big body? Your stop loss would be like 40 ticks. 40 ticks risk for the sake of 9 ticks. It's just not worth it. Like I say, if this makes a new law, just delete the order. Guys, if you're just joining as well, if you're just joining the YouTube and you want to see the trade that I took on these accounts and made 1.6k across these 3 accounts, 1.3k, sorry, across these 3 accounts, just go back to the start of the YouTube live, like 15 minutes in. You'll be able to see the entry and the management, okay? Here we go. Could Nas flip now? I'll give it a cut. Like I said, I'll give it a couple more minutes to flip. Give me a flippy. And then I'll take it into these highs, see if it wants to push. Thought I was going nuts. Yeah, there's no news just yet. Let's have a look at tomorrow. Yeah, tomorrow's fine too. And then, yeah, Thursday. It'll be Thursday. $20 likes, guys. I appreciate it. I really do appreciate it. 20 likes already. Smashed it. Let's make me a little bit bigger. There we go. I want to be bigger. I've made myself bigger. Yeah, I'm gonna give this. I'll give this like 1 or 2 minutes, guys, and then I'll head off. Not head off. I'll delete this order and wait on gold to potentially confirm. Is that 5 gonna yeah, nothing. What a trade on gold. You know, what a trade. Beautiful. Has anybody taken any trades today? Guys, anybody taken any trades today? Yeah, gold's pushing now. I would have liked to have seen the push on NASDAQ like gold. Can you see? They normally trade quite well, like in the same direction. But NASDAQ's actually lost some steam. So if this doesn't flip, I'm just going to cancel. Yeah, volume's pushing on gold. Yeah, it is. Volume is pushing up on gold, but NASDAQ's just like stalled. Reason being for Nas to stall here, that we are at a bit of a level. But it broke above my initial range, so that's why I was happy to put the order in. Yeah, I'm cancelling that order. I'm cancelling that order. Sometimes it moves a bit after gold. Yeah, I wanted it to, after this closure here, I wanted it to kind of flip quite soon. You know, I'll give it 10 minutes. There were no flip. It could flip now, but we'll see. Holding to 30.05. Nice, nice. I mean, yeah. TP at 34.05. I would, if I was holding my trade still, I'd definitely be out here. Look at that. 150 ticks. What a trade. What a push. Yeah, that's a W trade, that. Very, very big W's there. I just TP'd. Nice. Good work. Good work. Yes, 218 times 3 accounts. Beautiful. That's like a $600 day. Very, very good work. Can't go wrong with that. Have a look at Nasdaq. Yeah, Nasdaq's just playing about after breaking above the range. It's really just rejected this level. I'm probably, if it closes like this in a minute, I'll probably just move my range to something like this and then wait for the breakout. Something like so. Yeah, nah, that's a very, very nice trade there. I mean, even if you swing trade the strategy, you know, stops down here aren't bad. And look at that. You know, you don't really need to manage it until you come into some of these highs. Like, that's a very, very nice trade. Very, very nice trade. 80 pip, just like I've held for more. Yeah, like I say, if you didn't hold the trade and you followed your plan, there's no reason to be annoyed, or there's no reason to think, oh, I should have held. It doesn't matter. You know, if you traded the plan and you executed and took profits where you needed to, no one knows that gold's going to push 160 ticks like it did here. There's nothing to say that. But yeah, good work for even executing it. You know, if you executed the plan, executed your plan, I mean, there's nothing wrong. There's nothing wrong with doing that. Very, very good stuff. There's still opportunities, though. There's still plenty of opportunities left for today. Just about waiting for them. But yeah, welcome to the live, everyone. If you're just tuning in, welcome. Like I said, I've already taken a trade on gold today. Like I said, I didn't hold this. This is just marked up for how much it's pushed. But yeah, took a decent trade here. Stops were a lot tighter as well. But yeah, very, very nice trade here. If you've got any questions at all, please feel free to drop a question in the comments. And yeah, welcome. Cheers for the likes as well. 24 likes. Insane. Nice one, guys. Nice one. Appreciate you all. Let's have a look at, let's have a reanalyze on the daily. Let's have a look at the daily really quickly on gold now. So daily's coming, daily's got clear sort of areas to push into up here, really. You know, the daily's next point of interest will probably be up here. You know, you can see that we're pushing. There's nothing in the way. Probably a little bit of resistance here. Probably just a little bit of resistance here. But I think if it closes strong above the prior day high, then the chance of it pushing into these highs up here are quite likely. So you've got like 210 ticks there, which is nice. 4 hourly's closing bullish as well. It's got like, 1 second. It's got like, 11 minutes left. So could we see the push on the next hourly candle? Possibly. But these targets for me have been taken right now. These gold targets have been taken right now. Yeah, mate, actually, it was my first trade on the funded challenge, so I wanted to have a good start. That's why I took profits. Good stuff, man. Perfect. Great way to start the challenge. Keep going. Keep following the plan and keep pushing forward. Considering we just swept liquidity, would you say sells got... Nah, not yet, man. If I was gonna be looking to do anything in terms of sells on gold, I'd need to break below some levels. For example, something like here. I'd need to get below some sort of structure. Because, gold could reject the level. You start looking to sell here, and it rejects another level and reverses and takes you out. That's not what I want to get taken into. I'd rather just wait for gold to start breaking below some zones, and then I can take sells here. Just like I waited for on the 15. 15 broke above the range, took longs here. And look at the push that I got. But I wouldn't be wanting to sell gold here. I'm happy I've took buys and I'm happy to have taken the win. If anything, I'm going to be watching Nasdaq for longs. But yeah, if NAS, let's say on the 15 now, 15 can close strong above this level, I'll be taking some buys. So if I can see something like this, bullish closure now, in 9 minutes. If this 15 can close bullish, I'll be looking for some buys. I'll see how it closes, but I'll be looking for some buys. These highs look really nice to get taken. These highs and these highs here. So if the 15 can close bullish now, I'm going to be looking for them longs. Yeah, if the 15 can close bullish now, I'm going to be looking for them longs higher. Okay. Bang. What's the hourly saying here? Yeah, this is a nice hourly range and 15-30 minute range on Nasdaq. I really don't. Gold needs a little bit more time. Gold needs a little bit more time. But Nasdaq could be really nice. Nasdaq could be nice if it closes above this sort of level here. So, like I've already mentioned, green candle closure like so. Green candle closure like so. 1 second. Bang. Green candle closure like this, then I'd be looking to take the next green candle higher. I'd like to get long around here. If this can close bullish. Let's have a look at the comments really quickly, guys. Let me have a look. I'm waiting for 33.96 area for bullish momentum there. 33.96. Why? What? So you're waiting for a little pullback? Yeah, a little pullback on gold would be nice. A little pullback, and then if it ranges here, then perfect. But I don't try to predict the market too much. I like to react to what it tells me, okay? You know, I don't like to just say, oh, I need the pullback, and then after the pullback, I want to see the bullish push. No, if it pulls back, I'm still open to sells and buys. I like on Nasdaq here, I'm open to both buys and sells. You know, if it starts breaking below, I'll look for some sells. If it breaks above, well, I'll just react and buy into these highs. Yeah, this would be a nice closure if it can get above. You know, it's got 5 minutes to get above. If another sort of opportunity or another entry I wouldn't mind is if a candle spikes up and rejects the level, then I'll take sells down. So if we close above and we don't spike the level and close bearish, I'd be happy to take sells. Yeah, I'd be happy to take sells. So I'm not really focused too much on gold because gold's already had this huge push up and I've already taken profits on gold. I've already taken a nice long, but I'm more interested in Nasdaq. If Nasdaq can get back above or reject this level, then that is what I'm going to be looking to take. You know, either longs or sells. Okay. I'll be happy to trade both sides here, really. Cheers for likes as well. Appreciate it. Almost smashed 30 likes. Nice one. But yeah, welcome everyone. If you're just tuning into the live, feel free to, you know, drop a comment, ask a question, you know, say hi. Also subscribe, put notifications on, and enjoy the stream. Three, 34.17 is my target. 34.17. Oh, you're still in longs, Standard Rise. You're still in longs. Nice. I'm way out. I mean, I think I got out too early, but I'm happy with 1.3. You know, end of the day, guys, I don't care what anybody says. If you're not happy with $1,400, like, you know, $1,400 I took on these trades, so I'm happy with that. 15 was very nice. So look at the push. See what Naz is saying. Yeah, Naz is just stalling at this level, really. We're back. Yeah, next 15 gets above here. I'm going to be looking for longs. Next 15 can get above where it currently is. It should be quite similar on the futures anyway. So if the next 15 can get above like this sort of level, I'll be looking for buys. Yeah, closure above this level, I'll be looking for buys on futures. What's my age? How long have I been trading? I've been trading like 7 going on 8 years now. I'm 25. I started trading at 18. Yeah, so I've been trading like 8 years. So quite a while. What about everybody else? How long's everyone else been trading, guys? Put a comment in. How long have you been trading? How many years? And if you want, add your age. You don't have to put your age in, but you just put how many years have you been trading. But yeah, I've been trading since I was 18, so almost 8 years now, which is crazy. It really is crazy. Yeah, it was good to catch it. I'm happy that I caught a bit of this position. I literally caught it near the low as well. I caught it at the best point. Look at that, almost 200 ticks from my entry. Beautiful, beautiful trade. Yeah, so if this current candle, this 15 can like wick up and reject the level and take liquidity, then I'll take some sells. But the only two sort of entries that I'm looking for are either clauses above the range for buys or rejection of the level for sells, which will be half risk sells, okay? It wasn't even, like I say, it was the 15 entry that only set up for me. The 15 entry set up here, I took the 15 long. The 30 long also set up. So even if you didn't catch the 15 like I did down here, well, the 30 down here set up. So there were two entry types. There were two entries to catch it. Yeah, decent little range here on Nasdaq as well. Like, this is kind of clean. There's nothing at all to do on gold. You need to let gold, like I say, gold needs to do its thing. So when gold's doing its thing, I'm fine. I'm happy to sit out and I'll just wait for Nasdaq. Let Nasdaq break out and then I can take some trades on Nasdaq. It's been 2 years now and I'm almost at a break-even stage. Hopefully pass a couple more challenges. Probably currently 20. Oh, nice. Yeah, good stuff, man. Keep going. Keep going. Yeah, like I say, don't give up. Just keep going, bro, and it'll work out. You know, if you at the end of the day, if you don't quit, it will some point work out. You know, I didn't get any results for like 3 to 4 years almost. Like 3 years, say. I just didn't quit. Okay? I just didn't quit. Yeah, I'm gonna see how this 15 closes. See if I can get an entry on this 15. Yeah, so if this actually rejects this level and closes bearish, I might take some little half risk sells. I would have preferred for it to take these highs as well. I'd have preferred the wick to have taken these highs. But we'll see. We'll see. And at the end of the day, 21 years old, you know, you started at 19, you've started at a great time to crush it, you know. Like I said, there's no age, like nobody, you know, you're never too late or you're never too, you know, it's never too late to start something, but at the same time, like the younger you start, the more time you have to crush it. But, you know, age does not matter at all, but you have started quite young, which is good. Do 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 do. Thanks for the motivation, mate. Nice one. No worries, bro. Absolutely no problem. Absolutely no problem at all. You know, I was the same, guys. I was the same, like wanting to do it so quickly. My problem is that I'm 18, I have 25k funded, took out 2k, but still struggling currently negative 3% on my 50k challenge. And I'm stressing like I'm 30. David, what I'm going to say to you there, mate, is that, you know, you've just taken a 2k payout. Why do you expect yourself to instantly go back into profit? Your expectations are too high. You know, you've just taken 2k in payouts, your strategy's been working, whatever you're trading, and then you expect to instantly be in profit winning again. No, that's not how it works. Trading's probabilities. You know, I could take a payout on these accounts here, okay, and then I buy some more, and then I lose them. But I'm still up overall because I've, you know, taken payouts. You know, it's not about trying to, you know, it's not about trying to win every single time you take a trade or every single time you get an account all the time. You know, it's about trading and winning all the time, not every time, okay? Da, 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 da. That's the thing as well. People, when they get a payout, don't expect yourself to just instantly start making 3,000 or 4,000 again, and then get another payout or another 3,000. No, that's not how it works. Trading's probabilities, and it's about catching over time. Yeah, I caught this, Anton. I caught this, mate. Yeah, I caught this trade here at 1:15. Yeah, I made about 1.5k on this trade. Yeah, a lot of the members caught it as well, which is good to see. Yeah, very, very textbook entry. Very, very textbook entry. Stunning trade. Yeah, it was textbook. It was beautiful. Beautiful trade. You know, closed above, no liquidity taken, all these highs to take out, bang. You know, very, very good. Pushing like over 240 ticks now, which is insane. Insane. Like I already mentioned, the daily's clear into these highs. Like I say, as it's flipping bullish, now it's clear into this area. And then we're going to say it again, all-time highs. And then all-time highs again. Any sign of this dropping? Nah, there's no reason for it to, mate. Don't try and catch tops like retail traders. New traders in the market are saying, oh, gold's pushed up too much, I'm selling. Gold's pushed up too much, I'm selling. I'm selling, I'm selling, I'm selling, I'm selling. That's what new traders do. We need to, well, I need to wait for a breakout to the downside. Have you purchased your first supercar? No, and to be honest with you, I probably wouldn't. I've got no need to. It's not my desire to buy a supercar. I buy nice cars. I've got a decent car now. But it's just not. Like I say, I'm not a signals guru, so I don't need to. I prefer spending my money on other things like traveling and living in nice places, going like buying a, you know, like if I want to go to Bali, I'll buy a place with like a pool and a villa, something like that. I'd rather spend my money on that than driving a supercar for a week. You know, I don't need to prove anything. Like money is just money for me is just a tool for freedom. It literally all it is a tool for freedom. And when that tool gets in the wrong hands, it doesn't last for long. Okay? It really doesn't last for long. So yeah, it's good that you have the money and plenty of it that you can have for the freedom, but if it's in the wrong hands, it's not going to last for long, is it? Missed it, unfortunately. Was waiting to get my accounts back. Yeah, nice, Anton. What accounts are you trading, bro? What accounts are you trading? And that doesn't mean, like I say, guys, I'll go out, spend money on stuff that I want to, like traveling. I don't care. I'll buy a nice place, rent it for a few weeks. That's fine. But dumb stuff like renting a supercar for a week just to take videos is crazy to me. Like, if I had cash to just buy it, like, and it's spare, then yeah, I'll buy it, but... I like and prefer to do other things with my money. Has news happened? There's no news, man. There's no red news, from what I can see. Maybe I'm looking at the wrong thing, but to me, there's no news. There's some amber news, but it's not high impact. Switch to 5 contracts? Yeah, I wouldn't be switching to 5 contracts. When you're trading 5 combines, there's no need to. If I were trading, like, me personally, I will take like 2 or 3 at the same time. And then I'll trade quite high, but that's just me. That's just me. What about the Powell speech? Oh, is that it's unplanned news, isn't it? It's probably happened, hasn't it? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's happened. That was like 36 minutes ago. Yeah, 36 minutes ago. To be fair, it didn't really do much. Anton, when do you get your accounts back, mate? When do you get your accounts back? Breaks above here, I'll be looking to long. Like I say, I'll stay on for this next 15. If it doesn't break above, I'll update and go and head in the community. But appreciate everyone for tuning in so far. Like I say, we've almost hit 1.3k subscribers. Insane, guys. We're 1 subscriber away. Monday, nice, nice. Ready to smash them, Anton. Ready to smash them, mate. End of the day, just understand that you've got a 2k buffer and you need to get 3k profit. You know? So, like I say, you only need to, like, it's like a 1.5 risk to reward, isn't it? If this 15 can get above this level, I'll be looking for longs. If not, then I'll need to wait. But there's nothing on gold. The only thing I can really look at is Nasdaq. I'm not trying to catch gold up here. You know, imagine all the retail traders. One sec. Oh. Just want to reset this really quickly. You know, like, imagine all the retail traders seeing this big push up, getting FOMO, and saying to themselves, oh, I'm gonna sell here because I think it should reverse now we've taken these highs. Price pushes up. Oh, I'll sell here again because it has to reverse, because we're so bullish, it has to reverse. Oh, it's still pushing up. Oh, I'm going to sell here now. Price has to reverse, and look at it, it's still bullish. What are they doing? Well, they're not trading the market. They're not trading what they see. They're trading what they feel. They feel that gold has to reverse, and it's not going to because it's bullish. What do? Well, I simply wait for a pullback. I'll wait for a range to form. If it breaks below that range, then I'll look for sells. Because the market is breaking below levels, and it's telling me, you know, it's showing me that it wants to push to the downside now. Okay? If it wants to continue breaking above and create new highs to trade into, then yeah, I'll buy then. But here, where we are now, this is just a point where I'm sitting out and waiting for that pullback. I don't need to do anything on gold here. Okay? I don't need to FOMO in, don't need to buy, don't need to sell. I can just sit back, relax, and let the market come to me. Okay? Like I say, I've already taken, these longs on gold. You know, I've already taken these longs on gold into all this liquidity that I was looking to target. So I've already taken a piece of the push higher. Buying up here or doing anything up here after taking my piece is just crazy, okay? So I'll just sit back, let it pull back, let it create my range, and then I'll look to execute again. But Nasdaq, if Nasdaq can get back above here, I'm happy to look for longs. As soon as I get a payout back in the community, yeah, nice, Anton. Welcome back anytime, bro. So true, man. Here at India, all these signal gurus becoming influencers and showing rented cars. Yeah, 100%. It's not, you know, guys, seriously, for me, you need to understand, for me, it was never, I want to look good for other people. It was never that. For me, I've always, since I was like 17, 18, and I started working a job, I always wanted to find a way to be as free as possible. And people in the community would have heard this. And to me, freedom is the biggest asset. You know, money's just a tool to buy the freedom. And like I've already mentioned, money in the wrong hands, not going to last long. And what do I always want? I always want that freedom. So is me renting cars to look good for other people, is that going to, you know, give me that freedom for long? Probably. Well, I have enough money to do that, but I just don't want to. I just don't want to do it. It's just not, it was never my why to do that. But, like I say, if you want to get into trading and you want to say, I want to buy myself a nice car, great. Like, if that's your why to get into trading, good stuff. Like, work on that goal and crush it, okay? Use that as the motivation. But the motivation for me was just to leave my job and travel, trade, and live free. And that will probably always be my sort of, my why with trading. Guys, question for everybody. Why did you get into trading? Similar reasons as me. Doesn't matter if it is. Let me know. Put it in the comments. What is your why? Why did you start trading? Was it for the freedom? Was it to live on your own terms and be free and travel? Was it to buy a nice car, you know, not work a 9 to 5? What was it? I just need to make consistent 2K a month to stop the 9 to 5. Yeah, that was what I wanted to do. Just make that 2K per month. When I first started trading, it was like, yeah, if I can make 2K a month, I'll be happy. And then with scale, it's like 2 to 3 times that a month. Bro, what you've used? TGR? Yeah, I've heard of TGR. Like, he's a big trader. He's more of a, like I say, I don't see, I've never like watched him trade or anything. But I know that a lot of people watch him. A lot of newer traders get into his systems and stuff, like his concepts. But other than that, I don't really watch anybody else. Too focused on what I'm doing with my guys at the end of the day. Like, I haven't got time to be looking at other people. So I can't really give you an honest opinion on him. Don't know how he trades. I know he trades like ICT, similar ICT concepts, but other than that, I have no idea. Some of his videos are very funny though. I have seen some of his videos if I have like on the weekend if I'm scrolling TikTok or something. But yeah. Yeah, look at that push on gold. What a trade, guys. What a trade. Motivation for me is to set me free from the 9 to 5 and allow me to be able to provide teenage kids options so they can find what they love to do. Insane. Love that, man. That's very good, Phil. Very good motivation. See, not everybody's sort of motivation is going to be the same. Like, people get into trading for loads of reasons. People want to, you know, make so much money and drive insane cars, like supercars and stuff. If that's your motivation, well, good. Just use it as that fire to crush it. But if it's not, then it's not. Like, people have other motivations why they want to trade. Good stuff though. It's good to have that motivation because it'll keep you in check. You know, when you feel like giving up, you feel like quitting, it'll keep you in check. Guys, I'm only marking it out because I want to see how many ticks it's pushed. But look at that, 250 tick trade. Yo, Faizan, how's it going, mate? Welcome to the stream. Well, if you're here for the first time, welcome, man. Good to have you here. 1.3k subs hit as well, guys. I appreciate it. Nice one. 1,300 subscribers. Thank you for everyone tuning in, subscribing, liking the video. Appreciate you all. Yeah, if Nasdaq can break above this level here, I'll be looking for them longs into these highs. Okay. If it stays within the range, then I'm gonna head off. But let's see if it breaks above. It's got 5 minutes. I'm just gonna nip to the toilet and I'll be back in 30 seconds. Right, guys. Right, 3 minutes. Let's see if I can get this breakout. 3 minutes. 3 minutes. Decent breakout, then I can look for them longs. So 15. I need the 15 to close bullish, really. 15 to flip and close bullish, and then I can take some longs. I think these highs are nice to get taken. You know, I think a lot of retail traders are going short here. Now, I'd expect a lot of retail traders to be going short here with the stops up there. You know, just like I say, just look at this level here. You know, acting as resistance is a decent support level to the left as well. What will retail traders be looking to do here? A lot of traders will be looking to go short around here. Stops above this level, or even stops on these highs like so, looking for this play down. Okay, so what am I going to look for? I'm simply going to wait for that break above the level. And then if it breaks and closes above, I'm going to be looking for longs. If it doesn't, and it continues to push down, I'll look to sell below here. Because it could still push down. I'm open to that. But yeah, if I get that closure above, then I'm just going to be looking to take them stop losses, them retail liquidity above market. See you tomorrow. Wishing you touch the 5K mark soon. I appreciate that, bro. Seriously. Nice one, man. Cheers for the like I say, I love coming on, tuning in for, you know, an hour and a half, 2 hours a day. That's all I do. For free, but like I say, if you can get something out of it, that's perfect. But yeah, thanks for the support, man. 30's closing too. So I need that 15 closure here. 15 close is bullish. I'll be looking to take some longs. You know, get back above like here, then I can take some longs then. You know, I need that push. I need that push. If not this 15, then the next 15 to go long. Come on, Naz. Come on, Naz, lad. Break above. Alright, let's have a look. 10 seconds. Is it going to break above for us? No. Wow, look at gold here. Look at the entry on gold. Insane. Insane entry. Wow, look at that. Did it break above? It broke above on NAS. Did it take the... Yeah, it swept it. Wow, look at that. Straight down. Can't really do much there, can we? What an open. What a candle open straight down. You know, like, buy stops there, but... Try and catch the momentum, but it's just impossible. Look at that. Anybody buying gold after the closure, look at that. Straight down. I think this is definitely news. Or some sort of news. Like, there's no wick on this chart. Look at that chart. Class. Good stuff, Naz. So yeah, I'm going to head off, guys. I'm going to go and trade live with the community now. Well, in the chats. So if I take anything, it'll be in the community. Okay, so I've been on here for an hour and 50. I'm going to be waiting. I'm going to give Naz a little bit of time. Probably wait for the hourly closure. This is probably news that's come out, to be honest with you. Look at it. So wait for the hourly closure in 13 minutes, and then I'm going to be looking to trade again. Gold's just a waiting game. I've already taken like $1,300 on gold, which is very, very nice. But yeah, great entries on here on gold. It has pushed like over 260 ticks, but I'm happy with the execution and we're green for the day. So first trading day of the week for me. Yesterday I didn't take any trades, but today I did. I caught a beautiful long on gold. Other than that, I'm going to head off and I'm going to go and trade with the community, okay? So, guys, thanks for tuning in. It's been a pleasure as always. Community members, I'll see you in the chats now. If you're not in the community, drop a like, drop a subscribe, put notifications on, and I'll see you tomorrow, okay? So, hope you've enjoyed the stream. Bye-bye.